Arutha sent word to the Ashapian temple, informing them of the discoveries made by the party. The Ashapians, who had been mysteriously reclusive for the previous week, came to the palace immediately to reclaim their lost treasure. The high priest confirmed that the artifacts taken from Lucas's storeroom in the sewer had come from an Ashapian ship that had disappeared over a week before. Unfortunately, a particularly ancient artifact of great importance to the temple was not among the loot. Newt's diary revealed that his crew had attacked and sunk the ship a few days' ride up the coast under the leadership of Bear. His notes indicated that the item Bear had been seeking remained on the ship as it sank. To aid the Ashapians in their efforts to recover the ship and their artifact, Arutha sent James and Jazhara to enlist the aid of the Wreckers Guild, a magical guild that specialized in retrieving sunken ships for salvage. William, still brooding over Talia's awful fate, resolved to track down her killer and bring him to justice. Arutha gave him command of a unit of Krondorian soldiers and scouts, with orders to find Bear. Pug.
Welcome back, James, and you, milady. Who's your beautiful friend?
Aaron Trent, meet Jazhara, Krondor's new court mage.
I should have guessed. She has me spellbound already.
Aaron was a guardsman when I was young. There were times he looked the other way when a young boy took something he needed to survive.
Aye. And survive you did, you little rat. Long enough to get a royal commission. Now, what can I help you with? Well, good day to both of you, and good luck. Welcome back, James, and you, milady. What do you need to know? Well, good day to both of you, and good luck.
Arutha sent word to the Ashapian temple, informing them of the discoveries made by the party.
We won't find anybody here till after dark.
I find it hard to believe that people actually sleep like that.
It's not hard once you get used to it. And the trick is to use the trash to keep the guards away.
Look, if you're here about the Guildmaster, we've told all we know to the Captain of the Watch.
Perhaps you could spare a moment and go over it once more. What exactly did you tell the Captain of the Watch about the Guildmaster?
Well, it doesn't take more than the brains of an ox to see it was murder. Plain and simple.
It was Kendaric what did it. He cost us all with his greed.
If you need more details, you'd best talk to Jorath, inside. He's the journeyman in charge now.
Can I help you?
Who's in charge?
You'll need to see Jorath. He's in the back.
I assume that since I've already answered questions, you're here to tell me you've made some progress.
We are not part of the Guard. We need a ship raised.
I'm afraid you're out of luck. The guild's closed. Evidently you haven't heard, but the guild master has been murdered.
What happened to him?
He was found dead in his room. Apparently, his heart gave out.
Have you any idea who's responsible for this?
Yes, Kendaric. Abigail, the woman who cleans the guild house, heard Kendaric and the guild master arguing the night of the murder. Now that he's disappeared, I'm afraid it's pretty clear who's responsible.
Who is this Kendaric?
He was the eldest journeyman in our guild. Unfortunately, he was also greedy and arrogant, probably because of his half-Keshian ancestry.
Do you really think his ancestry matters?
Without a doubt. He'd always been arrogant, but ever since he had to give up his engagement to a kingdom girl, he's had it in for us. Her parents didn't want a Keshian marrying their daughter, and who can blame them?
Kendaric was engaged? To whom?
Oh, I'm sure I don't remember. Some shopkeeper. Her family called an end to the engagement about a year ago.
I take offense at your obvious prejudice towards Keshians, guildsman. Perhaps you'd care to explain yourself.
Milady, I am no bigot. But as a scholar of some skill, I can tell you that Keshians, and half-breeds in particular, are generally less able to control their emotions.
As the newly appointed court mage of Krondor, and as niece of Hazara Khan, ambassador of Great Kesh, I can tell you that you are gravely mistaken.
I apologize most sincerely, my lady. Please forgive me.
I will take it under consideration, guildsman.
Why is the guild closing down?
The guild master and journeyman Kendaric were the only members of our guild capable of leading the ritual necessary to raise a large ship.
Well then, we need to speak with this journeyman right away.
Quite impossible, I'm afraid. Kendaric is the guild master's murderer, and he's gone into hiding. With both him and the guild master gone, we're out of business, which is probably not so bad, all things considered.
But how do you know it was Kendaric?
He and the guildmaster argued constantly. At times it seemed they were near to blows. Abigail, the woman who cleans the guild house, heard Kendaric and the guildmaster arguing the night of the murder.
That's no proof.
No, but he's been missing ever since the body was found, so it's a good bet he's guilty.
What do you mean, all things considered?
Confidentially, the guild has been losing money for several years now. The guilds of other cities, such as Durban and Sarth, have developed new techniques that allow them to work more efficiently. They've been getting all of the contracts.
Do you have any idea where he might hide?
That's what the guards are for. I'm far too busy to go searching by myself.
Can we look around upstairs?
Oh, if you wish. but I assure you the guard has already conducted a thorough search.
But we need to have a ship raised. We're here on behalf of the prince.
I'm sorry, but we're closed. There's nothing I can do without the proper personnel.
The apprentices downstairs said the Guildmaster's room was to the west, and Kendaric's room was to the east.
I haven't touched it since the old master died. I just haven't had the heart.
Has there been anything unusual going on at the guild lately?
Oh, things haven't been going well for the guild recently. It's been losing money no matter what Journeyman Jorath does.
What can you tell us about Journeyman Jorath?
He's slick, that one. He's in charge of the guild's finances, and is the eldest journeyman other than Kendaric. He always backed the guildmaster in any argument, but I don't think he ever really liked him very much.
What can you tell us about the guildmaster?
He was a wonderful man, but he always had a weak heart. I used to fix him hawthorn tea for his chest pains.
Why are you so certain that Kendaric killed him?
Well, they used to always fight like cats and dogs. Kendaric always had these new ideas and tried to push them on folks whether they wanted them or not. The guildmaster used to say that he was brilliant, but that they would probably kill each other someday. Although it is a bit odd.
What's a bit odd?
Well, I just think it's odd that Kendaric killed him. Despite all their arguing, I would have sworn that Kendaric truly cared about the old master.
What can you tell us about the murder?
Well, I heard Kendaric and the guildmaster arguing the night of the murder. They always argued, but this was the loudest I'd ever heard. I found the old master dead the next morning when I went to bring him breakfast. Kendaric must have hit him and his old heart must have just given out. I realised immediately it had to be Kendaric that did it, and I called for the guards. They said I was awfully clever to have figured it out the way I did.
What do you know about this journeyman Kendaric?
He was a poor boy from the streets with no family or friends. The guildmaster paid his admission fee to the guild because Kendaric was so poor. The old master always said the boy was brilliant, and it would have been a crime to keep him out because of his poverty.
Why was Kendaric considered brilliant?
Oh, he was always coming up with new ways to do things. He was working on a spell that would allow a single guildsman to raise a large ship by himself. He thought the guild would make a lot more money with his new spell, but the guildmaster wanted to preserve the traditional ways, and they argued about it. He used to say that he argued with Kendaric to train him, to make him tough enough to take over the guild when he passed on. That's what makes it a bit odd.
I could just go on and on.
I didn't mean to run you two off. You can stay and look around if you wish.
What's wrong?
Someone's forced open this window recently. It was a pretty shoddy job, too.
This place has been searched.
Well, they weren't too subtle about it either, but they seem to have been thorough. I wonder what they were looking for.
I could just go on and on.
Somebody's forced this door open.
You're certain of this?
It's a sturdy door, complex lock. You wouldn't want to bash it in. The guards would come running. Either someone spent an awful long time trying to pick the lock, or they used magic.
This is the shell of Eortis.
What's that?
It's an old and rare item that aids water magic. You'd have to know someone like the Masters of Stardock or someone well established in the magic business to even be lent one. Wait, James, open that last drawer again. It's a Scythian puzzle lock.
To what? The drawer's empty. And the sides are too thin to hide a secret compartment.
That's the nature of the enchantment. The puzzle lock camouflages whatever is beneath it until it is unlocked.
Can you unlock it?
I can try. I believe it's the spell they use to raise the ships.
How does it work?
Incredible! This scroll is required, as well as some other complex components. But then a single guildsman can raise the ship on a mystic fog with the help of only one magician.
What's so amazing about that?
Magical guilds generally have only a few minor spells that are passed from generation to generation, and it usually requires several magicians and guildsmen to accomplish anything. Whoever wrote this knows a lot more magic than the rest of the guild. I'd wager that Kendaric never told them that he was a lesser path magician.
Then this spell must be worth a fortune. We have to find Kendaric. Nice lock. Do you know whose room this is?
No?
I wonder if it's Jorath's. Think he'd mind if we took a peek? Look at this. There's nothing in here now, but with a lock this complicated, he must normally keep something valuable here. I think we should come back.
Tonight after dark.
Do you know of anyone else who might know what happened last night?
Jorath would still be your best bet. He's usually inside the guild house.
What about that old sailor? Doesn't he sleep around here?
You're right. You can talk to old Tom, if you can find him. I don't know if the guards ever bothered to talk to him.
No! No! Old Tom didn't tell a soul! Oh, Tom thanks you for his aid, he does.
Why were they attacking you, sir?
I expect it's 'cause I was here the other night, when they broke into the guild house.
When was that?
The night the guildmaster died. A bunch of them, all in dark cloaks, climbed right up the wall into his room, they did.
Did you see anything else?
Well, before them dark cloaks went inside, they was talking to somebody down the street a ways.
Who was it?
Oh, Tom couldn't rightly say, but he was wearing guild colours.
Do you know about this journeyman Kandaric?
Aye, the fellow what was always arguing with the old guildmaster. Oh, I seen him the night of the killing, I did. He left the guild house early that night. Never did come back.
I wonder why he needs such a sturdy look.